Hey guys, greetings from Boston. So I'm supposed to be on vacation, but it seems like there's constantly something going on with the Dan Markel, Donna Adelson case. And today we had a very short hearing, which Mentor Lawyer live streamed, where the issue was whether Wendi Adelson's book can be brought up to potentially impeach her at Donna's trial. So graciously, Mentor Lawyer has given me permission to show his videos and stuff due to my years of supporting his channel. So why don't we watch a little snippet here, since I actually haven't had time to watch the whole thing yet. So here we go.
I think it could be, but at the times it has been being used as impeachment evidence. I don't know that it has been introduced as being substantive during the trials before, but there's been a number of them, and so I don't recall that. Your Honor may recall it better, but I don't at the moment. But it would certainly be right for impeachment. If she gets up on the stand, I think she has somewhat consistently indicated, oh no, she was perfectly happy in Tallahassee. And there's evidence to suggest that isn't a correct statement, that isn't a true statement. And it was one of the reasons that, in effect, the defendant had related, I think there seemed to be some indications from what, and I'm looking at some of Ms. Kaplan's notes, that she was called a hostage or prisoner in Tallahassee in the October 2012 email. That then the defendant also expressed concerns that as a Tallahassee native, the judge provided a relocation motion to see nothing wrong with living in Tallahassee, but as a native of South Florida, that she would know better, and that she believed that getting stuck in Tallahassee would ruin her life. This was the defendant relating that belief to back to her daughter about her situation. So I think it's a situation where it could both be substantive in one sense, but it certainly is right for impeachment if she gets on the stand and denies that she was unhappy in Tallahassee, at least at some points unhappy in Tallahassee, which I think she has consistently done over the trials, and that was the reason the stuff has become impeachment.
In response, Mr. Zellman.
Briefly, Your Honor. We're talking about Donna Adelson, not Wendi Adelson. Donna Adelson is the one on trial, not Wendi Adelson. And if the state has emails from Wendi Adelson in which she is expressing a dislike or being stuck in Tallahassee, they're certainly able to use those emails for purposes of impeachment. It has nothing to do with the book. And Your Honor, it's our position that even if it meets a relevancy threshold, the book, it still would be needlessly cumulative and would lead to confusion of the jury. Because again, as I said, and I read the passage from the book, the main character did not feel stuck in Tallahassee and thanked her husband for bringing her here.
As it concerns the use of impeachment against any witness as a general matter, impeachment is available to show whether the witness is being inconsistent with other prior statements, untruthful, has bias, or has motive. I will give additional consideration to the request that's been made by the defense, but as to the general proposition of law, I believe we're back to what the first question was to the defense when we had the hearing. This is largely going to depend on what Wendi Adelson actually testifies to. If she testifies in a manner that is inconsistent with prior trial testimony, or otherwise can demonstrate bias or motive that can be attributed to the defendant in some way, she can be impeached on those topics, whether they be the book or any other matter. I will give additional consideration to this. A written ruling will be issued. We are in recess.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So please tune in to Deep Dive True Crime if you want to see the full hearing, but the whole thing was so short. So thank you guys for caring. I know you probably have already seen some commentary on SDS or Fancy Fiction, Deep Dive True Crime. So thank you so much, Anne, for your support. Yeah, Judge Everett ain't playing. I mean, that was no surprise at all. It does seem like Donna's attorneys are doing everything plus the kitchen sink, but it doesn't help them look good in front of this judge because he's already ruled on similar motions in Charlie's case. So he's just like, whatever, this is like same whole thing. He disposes of these types of motions pretty quickly. So let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I had to quickly just speed through STS because I just got to Boston a few hours ago. So instead of having fun, enjoying the city, I'm here sitting in this little hotel room watching Adelson content and trying to get some work done. So yeah, I think Judge Everett is just really amazing. He's a great jurist. Hopefully he doesn't have to leave to be part of the Court of Appeals before this trial. I don't think so, but he is in consideration for the Court of Appeal. Yeah, that's right. They're earning their keep by doing whatever they can, zealous representation. When you have a client who has almost unlimited funds. Thank you. Hey, guys. Yeah, that's right. It's nothing new. So this is going to be quick. I do have to meet an old friend for dinner soon. Oh, so some more interesting news. Here I am just pointing you guys to other YouTubers. But let's take a look here. I'm not going to play the thing because I want Tanika to get the views. She has graciously paid to get this amazing video, Donna's Ride to Tallahassee. So you guys, please check out Tanika's 2 cents. I'm going to put the link here in the chat box if I can get that to show up. You guys take a look here. This is, I mean, it's sad. It's sad because you see Donna, I don't think she's acting this time, but she's like shaking, looking miserable, sitting back here in a patrol car. Let me see if I could make this bigger. Yeah. Okay, so you can see the link in the chat, Tanika's 2 cents. So this is a portion of the video. Sorry for my voice as usual. The air here is so dry. Gotta drink something. So it starts out with these 2 security guards, or what do you call them? Sheriff's deputies. They're getting ready to get Donna from the temporary jail in Miami to transport her up to Tallahassee. And one thing that they start out saying is one of the guys says, oh, we got the last person, the last piece of the puzzle or something. We're getting this lady. I'm like, what? This is not the last piece of the puzzle. I mean, hopefully eventually somebody's going to be transporting Wendi, maybe even Harvey. Who knows what evidence has been found. So it's not the last piece of the puzzle. But anyway, the guys were just shooting the breeze between the 2 of them. Anyway, so you see Donna here. She's all upset, and she was just genuinely looking like totally like in a tizzy or something. And she said something about how she kept calling and calling out, but no one would answer her. So I was thinking, well, what about the Markels? What about Dan? What about the suffering he went through? But anyway, it definitely did not give me a happy feeling to see Donna back here shaking and totally freaked out and stuff. But the 2 guys were pretty nice and sensitive, I think, when they opened the door and they went inside and tried to talk to her and calm her down and give her water, tell her that they're going to call EMS and that things are going to be okay, I guess. I mean, about as okay as they can be when you're going to be transported to Tallahassee jail. So let's see here. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, did I? Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, this was just so last minute. I better change that caption. So yeah, the ride to Tallahassee was unreal. So Tanika told me on the joint live stream show this weekend that she was trying to get this video, and originally they told her it cost a lot of money, maybe like $500 to $700 or something, but then she was telling them she didn't really need the full footage, probably because it's so boring. So she still had to pay hundreds of dollars to get this. So please tune in because she has the exclusive video here. And the link is in the chat. Yeah, that's right. It's pretty shocking because I've never seen raw footage of someone being transported to jail, especially it is a pretty long ride up to Tallahassee. Yeah, she did look rough and totally shaken up by the whole thing. Thank you all for being here. So let me just show you guys some new news, which I think is new. All Donna does is act. Remember the infamous jail call, tears to business in Tucson. Yeah, who knows? I mean, the guys who are transporting her, they weren't there the whole time when this, security video, whatever you call it, was footage of her. So she was really like shaking and looking miserable the whole time. So I think that's real. I don't think she's totally acting in this time. Okay, fake. As he like, yeah, people keep mentioning Seinfeld because when I put up those two shorts about Wendi talking at Spanish language celebration at Palm Beach State, she's wearing that infamous gray dress, and people are saying this is like Seinfeld, where he was dating a woman who kept wearing the same clothes over and over again. So I think I missed that episode. Yeah, reality's kicking in, maybe drug withdrawal. Yeah. She's a skinny old person. Bench would hurt your coccyx bone. Yeah. Well, she looks totally different now. Yeah, detoxing from Xanax. Yeah, and probably freaking out because she was back there for many hours being transported, probably being jostled around without something to eat or drink or something. Yeah. Okay, so let me take this off the screen. Please take a look at Tanika's 2 cents if you want to see the whole thing. So here's some more news. Here is that there's an amended deposition. So this isn't that exciting. It's just Obed and Francis McDaniel's depositions. They've been changed slightly, I guess. Maybe it's just a time. It's going to be in Fort Lauderdale, April 1st, 8 and 9 p.m. or 8 a.m. So you can see this here. Okay, so let me see if I can get this up here. This is because I have so many tabs open and all that. I'm sorry for the delay here. Okay, so poor Bri here just can't seem to stay out of the criminal justice system. I mean, how many Adelsons or extended Adelson family members can stay out of the criminal justice system? So there's an order for arrest for Bri because she failed to show up to court recently. This was last week. She had a court date in Randolph County, which is, maybe an hour west of Raleigh or something. And I did black out her personal info here. This is public record. Just says that she could be potentially arrested now because there's an order for failure to appear. She had a court hearing March 17th for 4 counts, financial card theft and fraud. And this is what I believe has to do with her cousin alleging that she took her credit cards and used them without permission. So the cousin had responded to me on a Facebook group quite a while back about this situation. And of course, Bri mentioned somewhere that it was all made up, that her cousin had supposedly given her permission to use her credit cards. So who knows who's telling the truth, but these charges have been brought against her. So let's take that off the screen. And here's another thing. It's just so sad because she just keeps getting into trouble. So most recently, we talked about the DWI. There was $1,000 of bond that was forfeited because Bri failed to show up on March 17th for that credit card fraud case. But she also, the same day she was supposed to go to court, she got cited for having an expired registration card and no liability insurance. So I don't think I can show this on the screen because it has her address on it. But this was in a different county. So it makes you wonder, like, what's going on between her and, say, Harvey Adelson, who is, I assume he's controlling the family purse strings now, but you would think they would give her money so she could pay for insurance for her car. She has a citation issued March 17th, disposition hearing April 24th. So she has several court dates coming up. So I think in the assault case, the assault case was around March 11th when she was arrested for simple assault, I assume, on the person she was living with. And that's the case where she has been appointed a public defender. I think I saw something where it said she is unemployed. It's kind of sad. She doesn't have money to hire her own attorneys for this, so she gets a public defender. So once again, it's kind of like, well, why can't Harvey give her some money? I mean, how much does it cost to have car insurance? That's the law. Can't he throw her like a few $1,000s? I'm sure he could afford to. I'm sure Charlie would want her to have some insurance if she's driving the son around. So it just baffles me. I'm just wondering how much does she really get? Supposedly, Donna had some sort of trust that was going to be set up to take care of the grandchild. But what about Bri? I think she deserves something. So that's just me out here shooting off my mouth. Adelsons have spent a fortune on law. Yeah, exactly. So why can't they give her like $3,000, $4,000 so she can hire a good attorney and pay for auto insurance? So, God, my voice is totally dying. Boy, sorry about that as usual. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys still bearing with me. I was trying to get Botox type injections again into my vocal cords because I think it did help a tiny bit because it does seem to be wearing off. But the problem is that ENT is so booked up, they don't have any appointments available until May 7th. So I just have to croak my way through when there's sort of some news to report or whatever. And next time I'll be having another guest to help me talk. And this is someone who can totally talk and be very strong with her voice. Her name is Kathy, and her channel is called Gossip, Lies, and Innuendo. So if you haven't seen her channel, she is so funny. And she has these really humorous, quick takes on Donna Adelson case hearings and her summaries of them. It's really amazing how quickly she can talk and just recite these synopses that are really, really humorous. So she'll be my guest, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Allison. Please subscribe to her channel also. Yeah, so I think I mentioned that it was most likely her cousin, and there's a phone call that people have played on YouTube where Bri was telling Charlie that she hated certain people. Like, one of the people I hate is Ryan Fitzpatrick, and the other person I hate is my cousin Nona. I hate her. So that name has already been out in public, and like I said, she responded on one of those Dan Markel Facebook groups to me probably like a year or so ago. That's her cousin that most likely is the person who filed the criminal charges against her for this, credit card fraud case. Yeah. Okay, so that's Charlie's son's mother. Wonder if they'll let her get her arms done. Nope. I'm sure you can't get out of jail to have cosmetic surgery. Yeah. Maybe she can get her ears cleaned, but nah, not the flappy upper arm thing. Yeah. Hey, Rosemary. Hey, Fridell. Thanks for being there. Okay. So that's what I have. It's like, gosh, it's like, how many times can she get into trouble? It's weird. Like the DWI was early January, around January 6th or something. Then the simple assault was March 10th. Then the failure to appear on the credit card fraud case was March 17th. And the very same day, she also got cited for, not having liability insurance and expired registration. So it's just like, geez, can you get your life in order? It's like, what happened to the poor child? I hope he has a safe place to stay. Well, I don't know. I mean, hopefully her mom can help. Yeah, thank you, trust me. Yeah, who's losing? I think it's her now ex-boyfriend. So again, this is just conjecture, but there was a guy who was listed on some of these cases as being the person who posted bond. And I'm pretty sure that's the person who was also in the address where that domestic violence assault charge happened. So yeah, thank you. I probably do have to get going since my voice stinks and people are always getting on my case. Like every time I show up, I hope it will sound better, but it doesn't get any better. It's like, I can't help it. I'm sorry. I just was sucking on a lozenge too, which another person just was ranting because I was chewing on some gum when I was talking to Danica last weekend. So yeah, it's hard having voice problems. So yeah, she could be spending it in the wrong ways. Who knows? Yeah. Makes me really wonder how much Adelsons are giving to her for the child, but the child needs to have a safe place to stay and needs to, have a mom who's there for him. Yeah. Her insurance could be very high due to the DUI. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, tight-fisted. Maybe Charlie's refusing to. Yeah, but there was that phone call where Donna said something about setting up a trust to make sure that Bri's child or Charlie's child was taken care of. So there's some sort of arrangement. I don't know. Yeah, they should still have enough to give her something. Yeah, all that buried money. Yeah. Always the children who suffer. Yeah. Yeah, just think of all the kids who have been affected by this. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard, that Bri had put something on Instagram showing that she was going to visit Charlie. So she still has to be nice with Charlie, make sure she gets something. I'm sure Harvey doesn't care about Bri. She was getting $5,000 a month before Donna was arrested. Oh, okay. Thank you, Clarissa. I didn't catch that. Okay. Mentor Lawyer still has some videos up about Donna's notebook and what she wrote in that, but I guess I didn't catch that detail. Thank you. You guys just know so much about the case. So maybe you should all start your own YouTube channels. So MedSpa doesn't offer that specific use of Botox. Oh, yeah. Oh, if you're talking about the Botox for the vocal cords, yeah, my insurance denied me Botox for my vocal cord tremors. So luckily, the doctor was able to just get approval for Xeomin, which pretty much does the same thing. So I didn't have to pay thousands of dollars to get the injection. Yeah, she called June stupid. Oh, June was smart enough not to get. Yeah, because she did say something about how Charlie wanted to have a kid with her, but she didn't want to unless they were engaged or married. So good for her. Yeah, so she was smart that way. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So you guys know Kathy from Gossip, Lies, and Innuendo already. Yeah, she is so hilarious. She likes to keep saying like, and then he had gone off the mortal coil. I'm like, what's this mortal coil reference? Is it from Hamlet or something? I have to Google it. But she just like says these like phrases that are so hilarious. And she also summarizes other cases like the Rebecca Maroti murder case, which is the fire chief out in San Diego who was murdered by her wife, or allegedly, and they caught the wife in Mexico. Yeah, why don't they give her a monthly allowance? Well, Yeah, I think she is getting a monthly allowance. I mean, what do I know? I'm just guessing based on what we heard about the trust for Charlie's kid. Yeah. Don and Harvey don't care. They need to keep their money for their defense team. They only, yeah, I mean, I obviously, you know, they're people who are watching out for themselves, and who knows, maybe there's something about Harvey where Harvey doesn't completely trust her. You know, I'm sure he's not happy if he's heard about her arrests and her need for legal fees. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's really hard to schedule things. I mean, that's a good business to go into because there's such a demand. Yeah. Okay. Glad you guys have seen Kathy. It sounds like they have cut Bri off the money. Maybe. Yeah. Who knows what's going on? Yeah. I don't even know where she could be living now if she got kicked out of the house due to the domestic violence assault allegations. Yeah. Donna's not feeling great on the journey. She's definitely exaggerating using the family. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put it past her too, but even before the guys got into the back of the truck, she was really shaking and looking terrible. So yeah, but anyway, that's why I felt comfortable making fun of Donna when Mona and I did that joint live stream where we were pretending to be Donna preparing for her hearing, her big performance of her life. But it offended at least one person who was in the chat and saying that it was terrible, and he didn't think as an attorney that I should be doing this, you know, making fun of Donna. And I'm like, geez, you know, from her standpoint, Donna has a history of constantly being fake and lying and exaggerating about stuff for her self-interest. So I didn't feel bad doing that kind of parody. So, okay, they don't care by nearly piecing out to Vietnam. Yeah, that's true. This was real. Donna was having so much anxiety. Yeah, I mean, it did seem like she was really, you know, like frazzled and shaken to the core and feeling miserable. Probably because she knew she was finally going to face the music for her alleged role in Dan Markel's death. Yeah, plus she got purple. See, she needs a lobotomy. No, I don't think so. Thank you so much, Sunny, for always being so supportive. Yeah, hope she can pull herself together. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I wish her the best also. You know, she must be going through a lot of stress and issues, you know, to have these things going on. Yeah. Oh, you heard my Donna. Did I say something in Donna's fake voice? Yeah, like I've said multiple times, it's weird how when I put on a fake voice or do the Donna voice, I can talk on and on. But if I try to talk normally, it gets really croaky and shaky and stuff. It's just a strange thing about having these vocal tremors and stuff. Thank you. That's nice of you. Maybe, yeah, I'm sure Wendi probably thinks like she's too good to even like, you know, be in touch with Bri, because I mentioned this recently, but Ryan Fitzpatrick had told me that Wendi looked down on him like he was a peasant, or she would look at him like he had horns growing out of his head. And, you know, he thought she was so hot, but, you know, she treated him like he was nothing. So I could just see Wendi, you know, just in the back of her head thinking like, ooh, you know, like she's nowhere near as good as I am, and I'm much smarter and prettier and richer and stuff, you know, just being snooty. So I don't know. I mean, I really don't think Wendi has a relationship with her. I'm just guessing. Yeah, especially since she moved to Texas. Yeah, thank you. Hey, Sully. Hey, if you're somewhere near Boston, I am near TD Garden. So, yeah, actually, I met up with another subscriber just the other day, Observation Station, because she's not too far from me. So it's always great to meet up with YouTube people and find out that there are real people behind the screen names after all these years of chatting with each other. So it's great to see observation. Oh my God, I need to drink something and just quit this live stream. Yeah. Yeah, somehow I don't think she would. Maybe the grandma would, the maternal grandmother might take care of him. I hope so. Oh, your friend has had a Wendi sighting at the bougie grocery store. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, well, yeah, because people keep saying, how come we haven't heard anything about Wendi sightings? Yeah. Bri had no money to pay for insurance for the car. That's right. And she still has outstanding judgments, which I don't know if she's ever going to pay, but there were a couple of older lawsuits by landlords against her, which I saw, outstanding judgments that have never been paid. Okay. Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, she's probably like, whatever, you know, I'm much better than this person. What do I have to do with this person? Ugh, you know? Yeah, or if you should be ashamed. Yeah, you know, because that child support case was a long time ago. I think it was like 2019. And then they ultimately settled where Charlie only had to give her like $1,500 a month. But, you know, I'm not really sure if he's going to still give her child support when he's in prison. You know, what's going to happen if he violates it? You know, he's already in prison. So I think Bri probably has to just depend on the generosity of Harvey, you know, because he's the one who's not locked up now. Yeah. Never heard Donna say anything. Yeah, that's right. It was just about a trust for Roman, not for her. So, yeah. Okay. I don't medical issues. Oh, okay. It's okay. I do have to get going because I'm supposed to meet an old friend for dinner now. Nice Italian restaurant that's nearby. Oh, Chuck said, yeah, maybe the coke dealer did it because Danny didn't pay for his drugs, just like he stiffed everybody. Yeah, he's always just making up stories and deflecting blame from himself. So I love that the prosecution found that text. Yeah, because it just ruins his extortion theory. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this I'm not sure. Yeah, I have no idea. Possibly her mom. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Pokemon. Yeah, I did workers' comp and disability cases at my last law firm. Yeah. Okay. So unfortunately, I do have to get going because I'm going to be late meeting this person. So yeah, I'm still not sure, most likely, but I haven't bought my tickets yet because it just happens to coincide with when I should be going to my nephew's high school graduation out of state. So there's a lot of moving parts here. Hey, observation, thank you. I was just talking about you. So please subscribe to her channel also. So it was so fun to have lunch with her again recently and also purchase her beautiful paintings. So she's an artist. Yeah, gorgeous paintings. So if you see her on Instagram, you can see pictures of her artwork. Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, well, cool. Well, I'm sure you're going to be busy watching Worlds soon because I was just watching the men's short program on Peacock. Yeah. Okay, so gotta get going. So sorry. Yeah, I can't answer everybody. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured, you know, Boston is a huge metropolis, so I'm just here until Sunday. Yeah, but I'm mainly going to be sitting, watching the figure skating. Yeah, thank you. Okay, well, have a good evening, everybody. Thanks for sitting through my voice problems and stuff, but I hope you guys were sort of entertained or, you know, found it informative to hear a little bit of tidbits and stuff. So until maybe the following Sunday when I do the joint live stream with Kathy from Gossip, Lies, and Innuendo. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Justice for Dan.